rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight Bill. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. Submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teeth. And you can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for you.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. What a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Dak going to start out going to the air. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Prescott down. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football. The Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jamin Davis, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Looking for Cole Turner on that one. But now it's 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Commanders 7, Cowboys 0.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. Oh, some strong running. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now a 2nd and 6. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And some room to roam now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Cole Turner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next the score. Commanders 14, Cowboys 0. Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Pollard will take it up the gut. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 94 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
He's a gain of 11. Now 3rd and 10.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Prescott. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. A try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 11. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cowboys 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And
there he goes, left side. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 42 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He can't get him down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run with Gibson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ultra. Go ultra. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, it looks like they'll move things around here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First down, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. A first down throw for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as good running gets him to about the 44. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together